All right, everybody, buckle up. Today, we are diving into the IMD World Competitiveness Ranking,
Yeah.
which is basically like the ultimate scorecard for like how countries stack up in the global economy, right?
It's like the World Cup of economies.
Exactly. And, I think a lot of times, we have these ideas about like who the usual suspects are, those economic powerhouses.
Yeah. Stable, innovative.
Exactly. Those stable, innovative countries that are always like at the top of their game. And this year is no different.
Right.
We've got like Singapore, Switzerland, Denmark. They're all holding strong at the top, but there are always some surprises, right?
Always.
And this year's no exception.
Yeah.
So let's talk about some of these like unexpected winners. Ireland, for example, coming in at number 4.
Yeah.
It's huge. What's going on there?
Well, Ireland has really transformed itself economically. They've become a hub for tech giants. Like you think Google, Facebook, all those companies, they've all got a huge presence in Ireland.
Oh, yeah.
And they've also got a thriving startup scene.
I did not realize that.
Oh, yeah, it's incredible. They've really created this environment that's super attractive to businesses, especially in the tech industry. Small country making a huge impact.
See, this is what I love about this ranking. It's like it really shows you that size doesn't necessarily matter, right?
Right. And it's not just about attracting these big companies. It's about like creating the right ecosystem for businesses to thrive.
Okay, so Ireland, big surprise, I'm taking notes.
Mm-hmm.
What about the UAE? Coming in strong at number 7. I mean, they're known for oil, right?
Historically, yes. But they've been making these really strategic moves to diversify their economy, investing heavily in infrastructure,
Okay.
technology. They're really looking to the future and saying, we don't just want to keep up, we want to be leaders.
They're not just sitting on their...
Exactly. They're not just sitting on their laurels. They're looking for the next big thing.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, what's really impressive.
Okay. All right, so we've got, some other big players in the top 10. We've got Hong Kong, Sweden, Taiwan, the Netherlands, Norway.
Right.
Like, it's a pretty diverse group of countries, different strengths, different sizes. Like, what's the common thread here? What makes these countries so competitive?
So the IMD ranking, it looks at what they call the 4 pillars of competitiveness.
Okay.
And I think it's a really helpful framework for understanding this. So the first pillar is economic performance.
Makes sense.
Right. So this is like, are you seeing stable growth? Is unemployment low? Is inflation under control?
Yeah, the basics.
The basics, but they're essential, right? Then you've got government efficiency. So this is all about like how easy is it to do business in a country?
Yeah.
Are the regulations clear? Is there a lot of bureaucracy?
Red tape. Yeah.
Exactly. The less red tape, the better.
Makes sense.
Then you've got business efficiency. So this is about how productive are the companies in a country?
Got it.
Are they innovative? Are they using resources efficiently? And then finally, you've got infrastructure.
Oh.
So this is all about, the physical and digital infrastructure of a country.
Okay, so like roads, bridges, internet.
Yeah. And it's not just about having these things. It's about having like reliable, high quality infrastructure.
So it's like everything's got to work together, right? You need a strong economy, an efficient government, innovative businesses, and top-notch infrastructure.
Exactly. All those pieces have to be in place for a country to be truly competitive.
And it's interesting because like you could see how these different countries have kind of like they've all mastered these different pillars in different ways, right? Like take Norway, for example. It's not necessarily known as like a tech giant like Taiwan,
Right.
but they've got this incredible social safety net. They've got a really stable political system, and that attracts talent. It creates a really attractive environment for businesses to set up shop.
Absolutely. And that's a great example of how like competitiveness isn't just about one thing.
It's not a one-size-fits-all.
Exactly. It's about finding the right mix of ingredients that work for your country.
Okay, so this is all super interesting.
Yeah.
But like, let's bring it back down to earth for a second. Why does this even matter? If you're not an economist, why should you care about this ranking?
That's a great question. And I think a lot of people, they might see this ranking and think, oh, that's interesting, but it doesn't really affect me.
Yeah.
But the truth is, global competitiveness, it affects all of us.
Okay. Oh, so.
Because it influences things like where companies decide to invest, where jobs are created,
Okay.
Like if you're looking at, say, investing in a company or even just thinking about your career, understanding these trends in global competitiveness can give you a real advantage.
So it's like, it's not just about countries competing with each other. It's also about like individuals and companies needing to be aware of this landscape and how it's
Yeah.
shifting, right?
Exactly. Like the world is becoming more and more interconnected, and understanding global competitiveness can help you make smarter decisions.
And maybe even get ahead of the game a little bit.
Exactly.
I love it. Okay, so as we wrap things up here, I got to ask, what was your biggest takeaway from this year's ranking? What really surprised you?
Honestly, I think for me, it was Ireland. Just to see how they've transformed their economy and really become this like tech powerhouse, it's a reminder that anything is possible.
I'm with you on that one. All right, so for everyone listening, here's a little food for thought. What do you think is the single most important factor for a nation to be competitive in today's world? Think about it and let us know. Until next time.